Red Delta Project, coming at you from the old 802. Today's topic, simplicity in fitness. I'm always coming out with these videos and articles about saying how simple muscle building, strength building, getting faster and everything. My whole scoreboard system is based on being able to get you in great shape in methods that are so ridiculously simple that almost seems like it can't possibly work. People all the time, they come to me and they're like, it's not that simple. You know, I've got like 3 master's degrees and blah, 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 and you gotta say, it's not that simple. I argue that it is. Everything in our fitness culture has gotta be ridiculously simple for any kind of objective that we have. And my argument for it is because right now, all over the world, there are millions, if not billions of people who are getting leaner and they know nothing about nutrition. How can that be? They don't know a carbohydrate from a protein, but they're dropping fat like crazy. You know, they're getting stronger like crazy, but they know nothing about bodybuilding or powerlifting. They don't even have weights. You know, there are people out there who are becoming faster runners, and they're not like training for a 5K. They don't have their little iPad apps that graph heart rate in relation to dew point and weather and the solstice and all this other crazy stuff. You know, but somehow they're still getting faster. And my argument is that the principles of fitness have got to be ridiculously simple because we got people out there who are enacting them and they don't even know it. Now, in contrast, take like rocket science. Okay, when was the last time someone put up something into orbit and they're like, oh, gee, we sent a satellite up. We weren't even trying. Of course not. It never happens because this is really complicated stuff. It requires really specialized knowledge and specialized equipment. Fitness doesn't require it. It's nice to have it, but you don't have to have it. It doesn't have to be this complicated. But people will sometimes say, well, if it was so simple, then how come, you know, we have an obesity epidemic and how come these people are trying and blah, blah, blah. The main principle, and this is where rocketry and fitness kind of collide, is this. In order to send a rocket up into space, we've got to escape the Earth's gravitational pull. It's like escape velocity, I think it's called. It's a ridiculous amount of speed. It's over 1,000 miles an hour. I can't even fathom what it's like to travel that fast. Maybe it's not that fast, but it's ridiculously fast. Requires ridiculous amounts of fuel and power and energy. Even if it's a simple idea, doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. Everything in fitness requires a lot of energy, requires a lot of effort. And this is why I'm always saying we have got to have some heart involved in what we're doing. We've got to have some passion involved in our eating choices and our exercise methods and so forth. But instead we're too concerned with, well, should it be a 3-to-1 carbohydrate ratio or 2-to-1 and what's the best way to do this and what kind of protein powder and blah, 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 blah. If you don't have any heart in what you're doing, you got no fuel, you got no flame, you're not taking off. Even if you've got the world's best rocket, there's no fuel in the sucker, it's staying here on the ground. So on the other side of the coin, if you do have a passion for what you're doing, you'll find a way to make that sucker work. Even if you got the world's most mediocre rocket and you're using the most mundane methods, you love it, you're still going to be successful from it. Just because you got the fuel going on with it. So keep it simple, find the things that you love, that you're passionate about, and hammer that throttle as hard as you possibly can. Let all the complicated stuff go to the rocket scientists. Thoughts down below. Till then, be fit, live free.